Class of 2023, you may be seated. Good afternoon. I am Dr. Steve Stewart, and I want to congratulate you on scoring one of the hottest tickets this side of Taylor Swift, so welcome. As principal of Edwardsville High School, it is my honor to welcome family, friends, faculty, and staff, Superintendent Dr. Patrick Shelton and his administrative team, School Board President Mrs. Jill Bertles, and the Board of Education members to the Edwardsville High School Class of 2023 commencement ceremonies. The music played throughout the processional was incredible, and I'd like to thank Mr. Ryan Lipscomb and Mr. Dean Anderson and the band for performing for us today, so thank you. I have a few individuals and groups that I need to thank before we begin. Director, Mr. Josh Ferry, who heads up our grounds and maintenance departments, the custodial team for making our building and grounds look sharp for today's ceremony, our very own Eye of the Tiger EHS broadcasting group with the support of Director of Technology, Mr. Bill Miner, along with Mr. Gene Birdsell and Mr. Levi Antrim, are helping broadcast today's ceremony, and this same production is being streamed on our YouTube channel. And this day would not be possible without Mr. Jonah Scheckler and our EHS stage crew, who provided the stage construction, sound, lighting, and audio to support this event. The Edwardsville and Glen Carbon Police Departments, along with the Madison County Sheriff's Department, who have contributed throughout the year to provide us the support that we needed here at EHS, and of course, to help us provide support for today's ceremony. Ms. Jody DeVries and Ms. Allison Morrison with our FFA students for the flowers that you see adorning the stage today. Mr. Rick Brewer of Rick's Picks for providing photography throughout the ceremony. The EHS Senior Choir, who you'll hear shortly, have worked extremely hard to prepare for today. And lastly, I would like to thank the EHS administrative team, as well as the EHS secretaries for their contributions to this event. In particular, I'd like to thank my secretary, Mrs. Lindsay Shaw, for her work to make today a memorable day for our graduates. So thank everybody for everything you've done to support this afternoon. So good afternoon, class of 2023. It's great to see you. I'm glad to look out and see all of these smiling faces. I know you're excited about today's ceremony. But I would like to remind our guests that this is a joyous but formal occasion, one that we would like to approach with respect and great dignity. Our graduate candidates have toiled for many years to reach this moment today. So we ask that you respectfully demonstrate your admiration for their accomplishments throughout this commencement ceremony. At this time, I would like to call up our salutatorian, Mr. Jonathan Stump, to receive his salutatorian medal, and he will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. You have to take the hat off yet. Yeah, you can, yeah. So for those willing or able, please rise for the pledge. Following that, the national anthem will be performed by the EHS Senior Choir under the direction of Miss Emily Outline.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Seniors, family and friends, please be seated. Thank you, Jonathan, Miss Outwine, and the EHS Senior Choir for an incredible performance. At this time, I would also like to recognize any graduate candidates who will be joining our armed forces following graduation. So please stand to be recognized. And I'd also like to mention that we have an early graduate, Isaiah Lindhorst, who couldn't be here today because he is already doing boot camp with the Marines. So congratulations, Isaiah. Thank you for making the choice to serve and defend our nation. At this time, please welcome our school board president, Mrs. Jill Bertels.
Good afternoon to the graduates, parents, guardians, relatives, special friends, teachers, and staff. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to congratulate the graduating class of 2023. My fellow board members who are here today, and please stand when I call your name, Terry Dalla Riva, John McDowell, Kristen Fund, Bob Patey, and Lynn Sanderson. As graduates, each of you has created your individual path to reach this milestone of graduation. You are each unique in your own way, but now you are all faced with a similar decision. What will I do next? Some will enter the workforce, some will continue your education, and others will choose to serve the country through our military service. The opportunities are endless. Each of you has your own village of people who got you to this point. So to them, we say thank you. Thank you to the parents, guardians, and family for your unwavering support, guidance, and love. Thank you to the educators, staff, and administration for your commitment to education in District 7 and for inspiring these graduates throughout their educational journey. Graduates, would you please join me in thanking those who have supported you through the years by giving them a round of applause. At this time, I would like to quote Scott Fitzgerald by saying, "It's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over." As we hear this quote, remember, today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. This is your time to start over. Cherish the memories and the friendships you have made and the lessons that you have learned. Yet use today as a new beginning and an opportunity to make a positive impact on the world. We cannot wait to see what all you will accomplish. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Bertels. And please let us welcome our superintendent of school, Dr. Patrick Shelton.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be on this stage with the District 7 Board of Education, our outstanding school and district leaders, as well as our outstanding faculty and staff to commemorate this important achievement today. Your presence in this room is the reason that each of us on this stage are here, to provide an environment where you can be successful and ultimately leave the walls of District 7 and move on to your next adventure. It's been a privilege for District 7 to be a part of your educational journey. A journey filled with wonderful memories of all those who have supported you. Throughout your education over the past 4 years at Edwardsville High School, you've had a myriad of experiences. Your 9th grade year was cut short by school closures, and your senior year provided you with the opportunity to return to as much of a normal school year as what you have experienced. Along the way, we've celebrated state championships, recognitions for performances regionally and statewide, and engaged in learning while figuring yourself out as young adults in a post-pandemic world. I hope that during your time in District 7, you've been able to form relationships, experience teamwork, and have learned a few things about yourself. As I reflect on my own experiences from the last 4 years, there are 2 things that I think we could all agree that we've learned. First, you can do hard things. We can do hard things. This class jumped into virtual learning at a time when virtual learning for high school students in Edwardsville was untested and untrusted. Not only that, you were in the middle of your 9th grade year, still trying to figure out what it meant to be in high school. You were the first students to have your own devices and use those devices to learn in a classroom. You've endured virtual learning, quarantines, isolations, masking, and all those things didn't keep you from showcasing the success that Edwardsville High School provides. When we look back on all the recognitions, AP scores, student performances, state championships, and all that you've accomplished, remember, you've already proven that you can do hard things. Secondly, I think we can all agree that we are cared about by people around us more than we ever realized. Living during a pandemic showed us that people are willing to move mountains to provide help, assistance, remove obstacles so that we can find success in a world where success has not always been easy to find. You've had parents, guardians, coaches, grandparents, teachers, sponsors, board members, administrators, all advocating for you throughout your career. And as you leave this place, don't forget that all those people are still here to advocate, to cheerlead, to celebrate, and to pick you up if you fall. As you experience those successes outside of the walls of District 7, don't forget to share them with the people who care about you. We want to know the good things happening, and when you need somebody, there's still people in your corner after you leave. Earlier this spring, Sterling K. Brown provided the graduates of Washington University with their commencement address, and at the end of his speech, he talked about what happens after you graduate. So you've already heard this morning or this afternoon some of what happens. You leave. You move on to your next adventure, where you join the military, you enter the workforce, you move on to whatever your next educational challenge is. And for the most part, you leave to discover who you are as part of that big world. So whatever your next thing is, you're going to encounter people who are going to help you discover more of yourself and will help you grow in your experiences with them. Your time in District 7 has been part of a larger story, a story of success in the field, in the classroom, in musicals, in theater, and in wherever else you choose to spend your time. But your story doesn't end today. It only starts. As you take the next step in your path, make choices that allow you to be bold, to stand out, to take risks. Remember, you can do hard things. Remember, people care about you more than you will ever realize. So what advice did Sterling Brown have about moving forward? He said, and I quote, "So what's next? We continue to mine the depths of the soul as we explore the vastness of the universe. We replace fear with curiosity, knowing that growth requires discomfort. And we step away from home, knowing that you will always be welcomed back." Congratulations, class of 2023, and remember, you will always be welcome back in District 7. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Shelton. Student leadership comes in many forms, whether it's the vocal leaders who are out banging on pots and pans, getting everyone fired up, or our quiet leaders who are behind the scenes, making sure everything stays on track. They are the fundamental force to help shape the culture of a school. And this senior class is full of leaders who help guide them through this year. Your class president has worked hard and very closely with the administration to make sure that this year could be special for you. So at this time, I am pleased to introduce Mr. Tyler Dacus, class of 2023's president, who will share a few words with you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tyler Dacus, Senior Class President, and I would like to welcome you to the Edwardsville High School Class of 2023 graduation ceremony. First, I would like to thank Mr. Baker, Ms. Kanabi, and all the teachers, administrators, and school staff that have made the last 4 years possible. Without your guidance and encouragement, we would have gotten nowhere. I truly appreciate all the hours you have put into making sure we had the support to succeed. I want to give a special thanks to all the parents and guardians who have sacrificed so much to put their students where they are today. The Class of 23 has been through a lot. From normal school schedules to regular school schedules, back to normal school schedules, you've all dealt with adversity and uncertainty and still succeeded in graduating. I'm so proud of every single one of us sitting here today. As I was preparing for this speech, I received my 8th grade letter in the mail. I was inspired to share my letter with you today and what I've learned from it. Dear future Tyler, as you're graduating, I wonder what has happened to you. It was just 4 years ago you were sitting here writing this letter. Well, it seems like the only thing to do is ask how high school's been. I hope that you have good grades and are going to college or continuing on in whatever you love to do. I'm sure you will always remember your days as a soccer player. I hope you did great things. Maybe even continue on with your career, or maybe you will fall short. I hope you enjoyed every moment and you played and treated it like your last. I have so many questions for you. I can't believe you actually graduated. So, you got a girlfriend? I hope you continue to believe in yourself and remember what you do today impacts you for the rest of your life. Do you miss 8th grade? Do you wish you could have stayed here forever? Did you make more friends, or did you let other people or things control you? I wish I could say I'm proud of you, but I don't even know you. I truly hope soccer is your final destination, but if it's not, no worries. Whatever you do, you'll be great. I hope you enjoy the rest of your life, but make sure not to go too fast, or you might just miss the little things. So I say to you, be someone you would be proud of, and always be the best you can be. First, I asked questions like, hey, you got a girlfriend? I read my first few sentences and said, wow, I wish I would have written something more meaningful. However, I realized there was more to my letter than stupid questions. My first few sentences were about soccer and if I had a girlfriend, yes. But as I read into it more, I realized that it reflected where I was in my life. I cared about everything that was important to me in 8th grade. I cared about being cool, fitting in, and trying to get validations from others. I'm older now, and what I care about has changed. As you grow up, what is important to you will change, and that's not a bad thing. Don't look into the past and wish you could have done things differently. Instead, look into the future and try to set yourself up for success by aligning your values with someone that you would be proud of. From my letter, I've realized sometimes you aren't going to get everything you want, but you will get everything you need. And I think that's an important lesson in life. No matter what you want, you will get what you need. I wanted to play soccer forever, but I needed a place to grow as a person, make friends, and become a leader. So I will continue on in doing the things I love to do, and I hope you do the same. I hope you have so much fun and success wherever life takes you, but don't go too fast. You might just miss the little things. I challenge you all to be someone you can be proud of and to always believe in yourself. When making decisions, remember that what you do today will impact you for the rest of your life. I've always wanted to change the world, and I've always thought that was too big of a goal. But over time, I've realized it's not. Changing the world isn't about giving everyone $1 million, but can be as simple as smiling at someone walking past. If everyone tries to make just one person's life a little better every day, the world becomes a better place. So I will leave you with this quote from Macklemore. Don't try to change the world. Find something you love and do it every day. Do that for the rest of your life, and eventually the world will change.
Thank you, Tyler. This year, the Board of Education added a student advisor who attended meetings, gave reports on what is going on within EHS, but more importantly, provided insight that only a student could give. Our board student advisor for this year was Ms. Caroline Marcus. So I'd like to introduce Ms. Caroline Marcus, who has a few words for the class of 2023.
Hello everyone and good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Caroline Marcus and I have had the great honor of serving as a student representative to the Board of Education this year, as well as Student Council President and Spanish Honor Society President. My fellow students, we all know what to prepare ourselves for when we hear a parent, adult, or even teachers say the dreaded phrase, "when I was your age." The stories of their long, treacherous walk to school through mountains and deserts, being forced to handwrite their assignments and essays, and being home by the time the streetlights came on seemed never ending. However, while these anecdotes feel like they are repeated to induce pain and suffering, their real purpose is far from that. When we hear these stories that people tell us, they're completely different to what we went through as a class. We only got one full normal year of high school. Everyone else gets 2 or 3, and the lucky ones would get 4, but we only had 1. What started as an extended spring break turned into something unimaginable. We worked through online school with restrictions and guidelines to follow, only being able to see each other through cameras. When we came back, we had to go to school with half of our friends there, staying 6 feet apart. We fell victim to learning online and testing in person, and if you asked me what I learned back then, I wouldn't be able to tell you. We missed out on homecomings, football games, and other classic high school experiences, and we lost people that should be here with us today. There are a million other things that we went through as a class that it feels like no one will ever be able to understand. However, the point in saying all that is those experiences are ours, and they are unique to us and our lives. We will end up just like our parents, one day telling kids about how when I was your age and the horrors we went through. But is it really horrors or memories of the moments that shaped us into who we are today? The truth is that while we did miss out, we made it our own. We took what we had and we made irreplaceable memories just like those before us did. We went through an experience that we will have to tell future generations about, not to make them suffer, but to show them how quickly life passes by, and to experience all of the good times while you can. As a class, we grew together. We matured and made the best of the situations that we overcame. We started new traditions such as food trucks at homecoming, senior sunrise and sunset, and started the journey of making everything more inclusive because we all have a place at this school. We revamped Orange Rush and tried to learn how to cheer at football games, even if we never really figured it out. We stood up for what we believed in, started new clubs, and even sports at Edwardsville. We won award after award, proving we are not only the best one in the 618, but the true premier high school of Illinois, and the last class who will understand that joke. We brought back events such as New Friends Prom, Mr. EHS, and gave back to our community. We get to celebrate the last valedictorian for the foreseeable future of Edwardsville High School, and we are all lucky enough to walk across the stage today with our heads held high, remembering those who were unable to be here with us. We all worked together to reform a place that we barely got to experience when it was whole, and hopefully changed it for the better. We are the leaders and role models for next year's high schoolers to look up to, and that is all memorable stuff to be proud of. We are the class of 2023, the ones who got made fun of on TikTok before we even started high school. We made it. We created memories that we not only get to, but have to tell people about so that they will be lucky enough to appreciate their own experiences and so our journey lives on through theirs. It definitely was not the experience that we all thought we'd have back when we first started, but it taught us how to be adaptable, courageous, and make the best out of the worst situations and to appreciate every single day we get to have more. These skills will carry us through life no matter what is next. Now we're all here, sitting here in our seats with at graduation with our caps and gowns on, about to walk on the stage and continue on to the next chapters of our lives. Before we do that though, we do have one more important task, which is a nice last picture for Orange Rush. Tyler, you're gonna get in it? Congratulations, everyone. Good luck, and thank you.
And thank you, Caroline. Class of 2023, I want to start off my comments by saying thank you. And thank you is multifold. First, I want to thank this class for helping EHS return to a normal type of experience. This was, as we've heard, a very unusual 4 years, but I think this class has really helped us heal. The energy and enthusiasm that you brought to school every day was infectious. And I mean that in a good way, not a 2021 type way. Second, this class is kind and supportive. They look out for each other. They took an interest in everyone's well-being, not only their peers, but staff. Finally, thank you for allowing me to get to know you as you worked your way through the 4 years here at EHS. Many of you have been stuck with me for almost 7 years between Lincoln and here, so it's truly been fun watching you grow up and become the young men and women that you have become. And while I would never pick a favorite class, especially since this is being recorded, the class of 2023 has set the bar high for the classes that follow. And while you have done that, you've also been great role models for them. It is my hope that future classes follow in your lead and continue to move EHS forward. So at this time, I would like us to welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Mr. Tyler Linker, as he presents. And I will present him with the last valedictorian medal that will be given out here before he addresses the class of 2023. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, the EHS class of 2023. First, I need to thank the people who have helped me reach this achievement of valedictorian. It truly is an honor because of the strength of Edwardsville's class of 2023, which is filled with so many bright students. I would first like to thank my parents for always pushing me to reach my goals. My mom, who was valedictorian of her own respective class, and my dad, who was not. I would like to thank all of my friends, and you know who you are. And a special thank you to our salutatorian, Jonathan Stump, for being a great friend for all 4 years of high school, and the constant assurance that if my grades ever did slip, you would have no hesitation taking the spot of number 1. You would always ease my nerves before a big test by telling me, don't worry about it, and what's the worst that could happen? I wish you the best for your next chapter in your inspiring story. I know you will go on to do incredible things. Finally, I would like to thank all the EHS teachers and administrators for providing the class of 2023 with wonderful guidance and knowledge. I'm sure each of us had a special teacher that was a great influence on us. Today is a joyful occasion, a day worthy of celebration. Here I am, gifted and honored with the opportunity to share a message with all of you. We are all at a crossroads now, and all of us will take different paths. We all have unique opportunities and experiences that will benefit us on our journey. Over the last 4 years, we have all grown together, so in the future, we should strive to grow even more. Up until now, the path to success was straight and narrow for most of us, and now we are all faced with choice. So now my only advice to you is to be passionate about whatever you do in life. Go out and do whatever you do with all your effort, because anything worth doing should be done to the fullest extent. No matter where life takes you, I want you to be the best at what you do. I want to see you reach the top of the mountain and become the product of your hard work. You all have great potential and the ability to do something special with the opportunities you have. I cannot wait to one day see one of you make national news, and I'll be able to tell the guy next to me that I went to high school with that guy. God willing, it will be a good reason. You have been molded for success by the great teachers at our high school, so although today you should be very proud, I encourage you to make sure that this is not your peak. You should continue to be excellent in everything you do. Be better today than you were yesterday. You've made it through 100% of your bad days in the last 4 years. So in the years to come, what is the worst that could happen? And as I said before, today is a day of celebration. So go out and make today the best day ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. Graduate candidates, as I call each of the following groups, please stand to be recognized. Then you may be seated as I call upon the next group. And I'll begin with our National Merit Commended students. Our National Merit semifinalists and National Merit finalists. Our National Honor Society. Our Illinois State Scholars. Our National English Honor Society. Our National Math Honor Society. National Science Honor Society. National Art Honor Society. Our French, Spanish, German Honor Societies. Our Silver Medallion Award winners, this is the top 8% of the class. Our Business Professionals of America. The Tri-M Music Honor Society. International Thespian Society, Troop 1534. Our class officers. Our top 10% of the class of 2023. And finally, our graduating juniors. Before we begin the roll call of graduates, we need to take a moment and mention one senior who was unable to be with us here today. We lost Anna Schmidt in April. Anna was a thoughtful and friendly young woman who had a bright future in front of her. She left an indelible mark not only on the school, but within the class of 2023. So I ask that you please join me in a moment of silence to remember Anna. Thank you. Each year, our seniors select readers for their commencement ceremony. This year, the class of 2023 have selected Mrs. Sari Kanabi and Mr. Keith Baker to be our honored readers. We understand that graduation day is just as exciting for parents, guardians, and family members as it is for the graduates themselves. However, out of respect for our graduates and to ensure that all families are able to enjoy their child's graduation, we want to encourage our guests to remain seated while the graduates are receiving their diplomas. I also ask that you hold all applause and celebration until everyone's name has been read. Loud celebrations will drown out the next graduate's name, and we want to make sure all students' names can be heard by their families. So, members of the Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Shelton, I hereby certify that these students have met all of the state of Illinois and Edwardsville High School requirements for graduation, and I proudly present to you the Edwardsville High School class of 2023. At this time, I turn the program over to Mrs. Kanabi and Mr. Baker.
Nashira Echa Aru Afum. Elena Karen Ehlers. Celine Aktuna. Destiny Nicole Albrecht. Ashley Jane Alexander. Benjamin Scott Allen. Mariam Islam Amer. Gwendolyn May Anderson. Keaton Anderson. Nicholas James Anderson. Axton Ofosu Anon. Maud Catherine Archambault. Caden Kenneth Archer. Dorian Thomas Orweas. Lillian Serena Armstrong. Sean Martin Armstrong. Isabella Marie Arth. Tiara Arzola. JC Amber Ayers. Olivia Murayama Baca. Andrew Brian Bagby. Amar Murtuza Baranwala. Saram Beg. Donye O'Shea Banks. Kane Titus Barker. Andrew Martin Bauer. Scott Russell Baxter. Hannah Jo Becker. Natalie Ann Becker. Quinton Cole Becker.
Carlos Joseph Burroman. Logan Andrew Betts. Lauren Brianne Bickfasey. Jordan Scott Blair. Tyler Joseph Blair. Colbrin William Henry Blanchett. Casey K. Bland. Abigail Kaylin Bledsoe. Ariana Marie Blomgren. Grace Elizabeth Blunt. Wyatt Daniel Blunt. Nicholas Edward Babinski Boyd. Brenna Lynn Bach. Simona Natalia Bodo. Maya Elizabeth Bazer. Jacob Scott Bowman. Samuel Skiff Borden. Connor Alexander Borg. Joseph Hikwang Bowers. Christian James Bowler. Haley Nicole Boyd. Zoe Janae Boyd. Mackenzie May Boyan. Elise Hunter Bozarth. Francis Leonard Bradley. Jack Andrew Brahmeyer. Alyssa Michelle Brazzi. Sarah Lorraine Brazzi. Chloe Ann Brinkman. Chelsea Lee Broker.
Carson Jude Brokaw. Abigail Jean Brown. Lauren Elizabeth Bruss. Jesselyn Maureen Bryan. Jaden Thomas Buddy. Livia Jewel Budwell. Riley Ann Bukovac. Abigail Nye Burrows. Jordan Christopher Bush. Abigail Grace Bussey. Ashley Renee Butcher. Zoe Faith Byron. Sadie Jane Campbell. David Dylan Carlstrom. Amber Nicole Karstens. Ashley Grace Karstens. Rylan Thomas Cass. Hector Daniel Scheides. Victor Miguel Scheides. Cale Parker Cheatham. Zachary Michael Chitwood. Sophia Chiloni. Cooper Leslie Claypool. Eden Gerard Clow. Brian William Coffey. Aiden Michael Cohill. Benjamin Andrew Cole. Cameron Sorrel Cole. Piper Elise Coleman. Brooklyn Nicole Compton.
Max Warren Conry. Ella Marie Cook. Zachary Edward Coons. Lily Jean Cooper. Caleb John Copeland. Caden Marie Crouch. Maddox Elizabeth Crump. Richard Tyler Dacus. Joshua Charles Daly. Ellery Bethann Dar. Alyssa Leanne Dowby. Darren Jerome Davis. Evelyn Elizabeth Davis. Madison Otai Davis. Madison Sarah Deck. Luke Philip DiConsini. Ella Grace Deist. Paolo Demchenko. Kate Taylor Denson. Declan Hidalgo Goldring Depew. Madison Lee DeWald. Robert Aaron DeWald. Aurora May DeWitt. Hudson Glenn Dickhouse. Ethan Cooper Dingman. James Vacarin Dombrowski. Claire Danae Dorsey. William Thomas Dorsey. Casper Ray Dowdy. Lola Brooklyn Drake.
Scout Morgan Driver. Anderson James Dungan. Claire Nicole Donovan. Deshawn Lamar Dunn. Elena Rose Dunning. Van Thu Duong. Colin Lawrence Eads. Colton Brandt Eager. Brooklyn Sue Earnhardt. Jessa Grace Earnhardt. Gavin Daniel Edwards. Faith Elizabeth Ellis. Chloe Ann Elvers. Travis John Engeman. Kylie Elizabeth England. Maxwell Epperson. Kylie Christine Epps. Anna Marie Erber. Daniel Macklin Esca. Serena Jocelyn Estrada. Braden Christopher Evans. Nicholas Bradley Evans. Miranda Claire Fairburn. Dane William Follis. Brian Calder Farmer. Jack Stephen Faulkner. Eleanor Jane Feldman. Adelaide Genevieve Fensterman. Nathan Edward Ferguson. Cameron May Farrell.
Charles Matthew Fields. Jane Elizabeth Fitzgerald. Madeline Grace Flavio. Jalen Benjamin Flowers. Claire Elizabeth Fulmer. Arabella Grace Ford. Kendall May Fornash. Miranda Ling Fossey. Owen Michael Forney. Blake William Freitag.
Love that guy.
Andrew Scott Fries. Taylor William Frick. Caitlin M. Friedel. Nicholas Hampton Funkhauser. Pearson Craig Fury. Ethan Andrew Gajewski. Hunter Jacob Gander. Job Archimedes Ganshinetz. March Elizabeth Ganshinetz. Ian Joseph Garber. Jenna Lynn Garella. Leo Alexander Garner. Cameron Ray Garrett. Brandon Alexander Gaston. Dayon Lamar Gaston. Morgan Emily Getta. Logan Aaron Gegas. Ednaya Lene Gellin. Abraham Nicholas Generis. Shane Michael Gibbons.
Samuel Allen Gill. Aliki Gika. Georgios Gregorios Gikas. Nicholas Alexander Glasgow. Chase David Golem. Ivana Gonzalez. Christopher Green Williams, Jr. Austin Kenneth Gregory. Jonathan Axel Grease. Julia Grimm. Julian Fraser Griswold. Owen Weber Gruben. Summer Annalyn Giebert. Samantha Mary Haar. Noah Robert Richard Habermel. Adrian Joseph Hall. Avery Lynn Hampton. Becker Kyle Hampton. Riley Ann Hampton. Morgan Elizabeth Hanson. Ali Mamoun Haroun. Riley Thomas Harper. Kyla Marie Harris. Ryan Andrew Harris. Olivia Jean Harvitich. Ashlyn Brooke Hawk. Blake Wesley Hochschild. Aaron Alexander Hayes. Peyton Jane Healy. Tayana Marie Hurd.
Braylon Caleb Heavens. Mackenzie and Elisa Heber. Taylor Carol Ann Heber. Ella Rosemary Headinghouse. Zachary John Hagel. Bryce Scott Helly. Evan Kumar Henderson. Andrew Burke Hendrickson. Olivia Noel Una Hankey. Joshua Ryan Herbstreet. Jaden Elizabeth Hernandez. Ava Sion Hillman. Scott Richard Hinko. Mia Rose Holler. Morgan Elizabeth Hogue. Jake Andrew Holder. Jenna Nicole Holder. Evan Lee Holder. William Christopher Holland. Nathan James Hollis. Lucas Ryan Hoven. Zachary Michael Howard. Mackenzie Peyton Huber. Nathan Ty Huddle. Thomas Michael Hunsel. Adrian Nicoletta Hunt. Viola May Hupp. Owen Christopher Hurt. Liam Carter Hutton. Riley Christopher Ifrig.
Mariah Marie Jackson. Tanner Wayne Jacoby. Avery Matthew Jefferson. Dallas Nicole Jenkins. Dontella Marie Jenkins. Mary Jane Jenkins. Caitlin Morgan Jennings. Gabrielle Marie Jesse. Kyra Lenya Johnson. Dalton Michael Johnson. Micah Patrice Johnson. Nicole Claire Johnson. Tiani Shion Johnson. DeMarco Lamont Jones. Gabrielle Elizabeth Jones. Janae Marie Jones. Kian Wesley Jones. Abigail Christina Jordan. Megan Ann Joy. Rowan Thomas Coulter Lilly. Joel G. Campworth. Christopher Daniel Caratu. Michael James Caribbean. Maddox Ray Carnes. Jasleen Preet Carr. Sylvia Elena Valencia Keene. Skylar Marie Kielbach. Benjamin Michael Kelly. Emily Grace Kennedy.
Dominic Xavier Kirpin. Ashley Minju Kim. Isaiah Michael Closter. Emma Lamum Knox. Riley Marie Noyle. Cole William Koenig. Ella Grace Kirkenmeyer. Adam Ryan Kester. Chloe Isabel Coons. Evan Curtis Cordy. Abby Elena Kurinos. Anison J. Krebs-Carr. Riley Lynn Krimmel. Siddhanth Kuchangi. Scarlett Claire Kukta. Asia Melani Kupfia Mudd. John Luke Labrie. Reed Martin Lagerman. Drew Thomas Landau. Anna Victoria Lane. Connor Daniel Lane. Alexis Dakota Larrabee. Emmy Sue LaRue. Deshawn Jaden Larson. Jack Kelso Laughlin. Linda Marie Leduc. Mackenzie Danielle Levy. Isaiah Cyrus Lindhorst. Ethan Allen Lynn. Tyler Andrew Linker.
Catherine Michelle Loathan. Owen David Logan. Andrew Christian London. Ava Rose Long. Carson Glenn Looper. Jessica Gretchen Loyette. Kyle Davin Lupardis. Debrai Mawson. Samuel Patrick Mayer. Kevin Raul Maldonado. Caroline Hart Marcus. Luke Quinn Marks. Derek William Marcus. Kayla Grace Marshall. Rainey Martin. Lillian Eleanor Massey. Imani Marie Matkins. Abigail Ann May. Cheyenne Alexis McCormick. Madeline Pamela McCoy. Kenneth Young McDougall. Carter Todd McFarland. Mackenzie Lane McFarland. Dylan Bo McGinnis. Kaylee Ann McKee. Layla Marie McKinney. Carter David McMillan. Alyssa Renee McOlgan. Kaylee Lynn Meyer. Monet Mercado. Alexis Lynn Mercer.
Jocelyn Nicole Mercer. Caitlin Ray Mertz. Brianna Lee Mikan. Isaac Nathaniel Middleton. Madeline Ann Milburn. Abigail Ann Miller. Blake William Miller. Charles Ford Miller. Connor Harrison Miller. Cameron Riley Mills. Mason James Mitchell. Taylor Marie Mallett. Mariana Louisa Monroe-Berry. Benjamin A. Moore. Cody Anthony Moore. Caitlin Ann Morningstar. Anthony William Morris Funston. Connor Joseph Morrison. Kaylin David Mulville. Daniel Roner Munzert. Isabella Grace Murray. Seth Everett Myers. Simone Marie Myers. Evan Michael Nangle. Saida Noor Nakvi. Austin Wade Naylor. Tamia Lanice Neely. Zoe Mullane Nelson. Josiah Robert Nimo. Jaden Summer Knoll.
Reese Caitlin Knoll. Jordan Alen Notestein. Emily Marie Nuttall. Isabel Cleveland O'Day. Michaela Elise Odell. Kevin Adams Okanewski. Ryan Mark Olson. Avery Jean High Osborne. Ryan Blake Osborne. Madeline Lee Ostrowski. Xavier Joseph Oyer. Callie Eden Pananon. Georgia Panato. Andrea Renee Parker. Zoe Lynn Parker. Saloni Arvind Patel. Brianna Marie Paul. Andreas Harry Pelicanos. Nicholas Finn Peterson. Nicholas Michael Petrocelli. Mackenzie Elise Petrie. Lucas Ray Petzing. Charles Albert Fund. Gianni Lee Piccarella. Abigail Lynn Pieri. Nolan Henry Poole. Benjamin Robert Poor. Heather Lynn Powell. Charles Edward Pyle. Gillen Ann Reisner.
Grace Marilyn Ramsey. Iman Sarah Rana. Victoria Morgan Randolph. Luke Joseph Range. Gabrielle Bryn Rathgeb. Spencer Thomas Rawson. Wyatt Emling Raymond. Lacey Elizabeth Rayner. Samuel Lawrence Reeder. Matthew Arnold Reinhard. Autumn Starr Restoff. Jackson Millard Rhodes. Ezekiel William Rhodes. Brianne Marie Rhine. Brian Joseph Ribbing. Faith Alexandra Wrinkle. Johnny L. Robinson. Brandon Samuel Rogers. Elaine U. Rogers. Tommy Tremon Ross. Benjamin William Rodder. Nolan Zane Rao. Maddox Owen Reel. Dawson Gary Rule. Cooper Elizabeth Rutledge. Emma Estelle Reinders. Chance Edward Sanders. Kaylee Nicole Sandvik. Gabrielle Marie Santiago. Brian James Sauerweim.
L. Juliana Schaefer. Lucas Ethan Shart. Carly Sienna Scherer. Landon James Schickadance. Micah Lee Schlechte. Ryan Edward Schlechte. Caden Michael Schleeper. Ryan Christopher Schmidt. Anna Jo Schmidt. Carter Keaton Smith. Mariah Antonia Schoenweiss Brown. Taylor Elizabeth Schonlaw. Jacob Raymond Schulz. Avery Claire Schwartz. Devion L. Scott. Braden Wesley Seal. Aiden Joseph C. Miller. Barrick Leo Selberg. Patrick M. Sipansky. Troy Joseph Schaffer. Jacob Andrew Sherrill. Aaron Nicole Shoemaker. McConan Kincaid Simmons. Cole Robert Simpson. Victoria Leanne Simpson. Ekamjot Singh. Amber Ann Smith. Blake Patrick Smith. Ella Lynn Smith. Desiree Nicole Snyder.
Noelle Natalie Sondrager. Montasia Raquel Spencer. Grace Marie Sponeman. Jacob Adam Staggs. Samantha Nicole Staley. Liam Neil Steinman. Owen William Stotts. Madison Rose Strohide. Ethan Douglas Stukenberg. Jonathan Darren Stump. Griffin Daniel Surrey. Isabella Caroline Swarthout. Emma Elizabeth Talon. Logan Walter Tarsevich. Lena Ija Tatliji. Maya Levon Taylor. Chloe Aubriana Turch. Margaret Grace Terry. Tad Walter Themes. Alexandra Ann Thomas. Camilla Rose Thomas. Hubert Allen Thomas. Callie Marie Thornsberry. Samuel James Tishner. Isabella Marie Trifoletti. Alexis Danielle Trim. Madison Jolie Trim. Brooklyn Tien Trong. Victoria Marie Turner. Evelyn Claire Tayrell.
Xavier Valdez. Peter Valkov. Ava Pender Vanderveld. Daniel M. Vanston. David Karen Vardanyan. Julio Gabriel Vasquez. Adriana Rose Vaughn. Kalia Christina Vaughn. Morgan Riley Veman. Olivia Catherine Vonyo. Samuel Nathan Vonyo. Peyton Michelle Vustich. Alexander Thomas Walker. Devin Christopher Walker. Ava K. Waltenberger. Dylan Pete Walter. Madison Gail Walters. Brooke Renee Warren. Harrison Keith Watkins. Jacob Luke Watts. Logan Ashton Weatherly. Carson Marie Weaver. Tyson Alexander Webb. Carson R. Weber. Jensen Olivia Weedman. Chance Dakota Weeks. Emerson Riley Weller. Tevin Michael Weller. Thaddeus Dawson Wells. Allison Rebecca Wesley.
Montrez David West. Ava Marie Whitaker. L. Damaris Whitaker. Ethan Joseph Wickenhauser. Lainey Ann Wiegers. Max Christopher Weimers. Corey Matthew Wilkie. Alyssa Jade Williams. Grace Yvonne Williams. Lillian Patricia Williams. Luke Anthony Williams. Rachel Morgan Williams. Kayla Elise Wilson. Samuel Jeffrey Whittick. Isaiah Henry Wolf. Amanda Rose Woolsey. Jacob Michael Wiley. Nora Lynn Yates. Haley Marie Yeager. Brandon A. Young. Brooke Elise Young. Grace Ann Zahn. Jonathan A. Zawodkowski. Audrey Opal Zeller. Ellen Ruby Zeller. Carter Davis Zimmer. Benjamin Robert Zybro. Zachary Joseph Zilkowski. Jaleel Rashawn Jackson.
All right. Let's have a round of applause for Mrs. Kanabi and Mr. Baker for a wonderful job. Graduates, please rise. Please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Family and friends, all I ask is that you please wait until all graduates have exited the gym before you leave. So, congratulations, EHS class of 2023. And as we leave here today, it is my hope that each of you find joy in whatever dreams that you choose to pursue. Please wait for the ushers to release you to row before exiting. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Beginning, second innings. And here we go. From the beginning, second innings only. 1, Hey guys, you can leave your stands and chairs here. Either custodians will deal with them or I'll deal with them.